To live together harmoniously in society, it's crucial that we interact with a wide range of folks. However, it's key to distinguish between trustworthy individuals and those who aren't. While many people are upright and honest, there are also those who lack any sense of principles or morality, often referred to as people lacking character. These individuals are self-centered and frequently engage in behaviors that undermine our trust, indifferent to the harm they cause. Identifying the signs of a person lacking character is vital to avoid being deceived or manipulated by them. In this video, I'll lay out 6 clear indicators of people who lack character, detailing their behaviors and the impact of these actions on others. And remember, if you recognize these signs in yourself, bear in mind that rarely does a person lacking character admit to their ethical shortcomings. Deliberate default. In a scenario where integrity is a fundamental pillar of human relationships, deliberate default emerges as a deplorable tactic, revealing not just a lack of character, but a dark premeditation. Individuals who adopt this behavior view non-payment not as a mere oversight, but as a meticulously orchestrated strategy. Such an attitude demonstrates a deep disrespect for established commitments, translating into a selfishness where one's own financial needs are seen as more important than the rights of others. This behavior does not result from misfortune or random circumstances. It is a deliberate choice where there is undeniably the ability to honor commitments. The decision to not pay debts, therefore, is not a contingency, but a calculated act aimed at personal gain at the expense of the well-being of others. The repercussions of this mode of action extend beyond the immediate impact on creditors. In both personal and professional realms, such practices erode trust, which is essential for maintaining healthy and productive relationships. The network of mistrust that is generated infiltrates, causing deep fissures not only in direct relationships, but also in the broader social fabric. The presence of resentment becomes an inevitable consequence, where those affected by deliberate non-payment feel betrayed. This sense of betrayal not only damages existing relationships, but also instigates an exaggerated caution, harming the formation of new connections and collaborations. By exploring the psychological depths behind this behavior, we are invited to reflect on the motivations that lead a person to prioritize their needs in such an isolationist manner. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for fostering more ethical and respectful environments, where trust prevails and deliberate non-payment is recognized for what it truly is, a severe character flaw and a violation of social ethics. The use of lies, manipulation as a tool of power. In the toolkit of a person lacking character, lying is a weapon frequently used to twist reality in their favor. These individuals, masters in the art of deception, manipulate facts with almost surgical skill, using falsehoods to influence others and garner undue advantages. Whether in professional environments, where competition can be fierce, or in social settings, where personal image carries significant weight, distorting the truth serves as a means to achieve selfish and dishonest ends. This destructive behavior has profound implications. It gradually erodes the foundations of trust and honesty, essential pillars for sustaining any healthy relationship. The repetition of lies transforms the person into an isolated and discredited entity. While it may seem that they gain in the short term, these individuals ultimately lose much more than they gain, as genuine and lasting relationships are built on mutual trust, something that their systematic actions of deceit inexorably destroy. Recognizing this manipulative pattern is crucial to protect oneself from the traps set by such manipulators. Unmasking a lie can be challenging, especially when delivered with conviction, but vigilance and healthy skepticism are key in defending against manipulation. It is important to cultivate an attitude of questioning and the pursuit of independent confirmations when facing potential falsehoods. The ability to discern truth from lies not only protects the individual, but also strengthens the integrity of the relationships and institutions to which they belong. In a world where honesty seems increasingly rare, valuing and practicing truthfulness is an act of resistance against moral decay and the widespread distrust that lies bring with them. Opportunistic behavior, unscrupulous, exploitation. Individuals lacking ethical principles often display opportunistic behavior, skillfully exploiting the weaknesses of others to garner personal benefits. This type of conduct can manifest in various ways, taking advantage of people in moments of emotional instability, using confidential information for gain, or manipulating situations to their advantage without considering the consequences for others. The opportunism of these people is marked by a cunning that transcends the bounds of morality. It is not merely a matter of survival, as some might claim to justify their actions, but rather a deliberate and selfish choice that places personal interests above the collective well-being. In doing so, these individuals not only directly harm their victims, undermining trust and causing emotional and financial damage, but also contribute to the deterioration of the moral fabric of society. This corrosive behavior can have a lasting impact, not only on the immediate victims, but also on interpersonal and institutional trust. The normalization of opportunism compromises the integrity of social and professional environments, leading to distrust and skepticism becoming common responses in relationships that should be governed by cooperation and honesty. Recognizing and guarding against such behaviors is essential for building a more just and integral community. Educating oneself about the signs of opportunism and promoting values such as transparency and mutual responsibility can help mitigate these harmful practices and cultivate a social environment in which trust and cooperation can thrive. Lack of remorse or regret. The absence of remorse or regret in individuals devoid of character reveals a disturbing indifference toward the social and ethical norms that guide human behavior. This characteristic not only defines these individuals as morally detached, but also highlights them as potential sources of destructive actions. When an individual makes mistakes or harms others without feeling any weight on their conscience, they demonstrate an emotional and ethical disengagement that facilitates the perpetuation of negative behaviors. This lack of remorse is deeply alarming because it suggests that there are no internal barriers of guilt or responsibility that would normally serve to regulate a person's actions. Instead, these individuals operate under a completely autonomous logic, disregarding the damage their actions can cause to others. This trait allows them to continue their destructive activities with calculated coldness, increasing the likelihood of escalating to even more severe and, in some cases, criminal conduct. Beyond the immediate danger they pose, the lack of remorse in these individuals is indicative of possible personality disorders, such as psychopathy or sociopathy, where the inability to form genuine emotional bonds and disrespect for the rights of others are prevalent. These individuals can manipulate, deceive, and harm without any hesitation or subsequent reflection, making their behaviors extremely harmful to the social fabric. Therefore, it is crucial to be vigilant and recognize these warning signs to protect oneself and the community from such toxic influences. Raising awareness of the importance of remorse and regret as essential components of human morality is key to fostering a safer and more empathetic environment. Promoting and valuing empathy and the acknowledgement of mistakes in social and professional spaces not only helps mitigate the impact of such behaviors, but also reinforces the importance of maintaining ethical principles as the pillars of human interactions. Inability to keep secrets. The inability to keep secrets is a revealing flaw, often indicative of a profound lack of character. Individuals who expose confidential information without proper authorization not only demonstrate a blatant disregard for others' privacy, but also seriously compromise the integrity of interpersonal relationships. This behavior, while possibly motivated by a variety of reasons, from a desire to elevate one's status to mere carelessness, inevitably results in harmful consequences for all involved. For some, divulging secrets may seem like a way to strengthen bonds with others or to gain an advantage in certain circles. However, these actions undermine trust and erode social bonds, marking the disclosure as untrustworthy and someone with whom sensitive information should not be shared. In the long run, such attitudes can lead to social isolation and loss of respect among peers and colleagues, as no one wants to be close to someone who does not respect confidentiality. Learning to protect one's own information thus becomes an essential practice. It is important to be discerning about what is shared and with whom. Limiting the amount of personal information disclosed to people who have demonstrated difficulty respecting privacy is a fundamental preventive measure. Additionally, promoting awareness of the importance of keeping secrets and respecting others' privacy contributes to creating a safer and more reliable social environment. This type of prudence not only protects against potential harm, but also helps to cultivate a circle of trust where mutual respect is valued and privacy is taken seriously. People should feel secure when sharing information in a context of mutual trust, knowing that their privacy will be respected and their secrets are in good hands. Financial dishonesty. Financial dishonesty is an undeniable symptom of a character-deficient personality. Individuals who engage in practices such as deceiving, stealing, and committing fraud demonstrate an alarming predisposition to enrich themselves at the expense of others. Such practices may include participation in illegal schemes like financial pyramids or falsifying documents, reflecting a total willingness to violate the law for personal gain. This nefarious behavior goes beyond harming just the direct victims. It undermines the integrity of financial and business systems, eroding the trust that is fundamental for the effective functioning of markets and communities. Financial dishonesty creates a chain of negative consequences, affecting not only individuals, but also institutions and overall economic stability. Vigilance and precaution are therefore essential when dealing with people known for such dishonest practices. It is crucial to implement robust security measures and conduct thorough checks before entering into any financial transaction. Moreover, promoting a culture of ethics and transparency within organizations and among consumers is vital to prevent and mitigate the impacts of financial dishonesty. Recognizing the warning signs of fraud and dishonesty is an important step in protecting oneself against financial losses and preserving the integrity of the systems we rely on. Educating oneself and others about common tactics used by fraudsters can help create a safer environment for everyone, reinforcing the importance of legitimate and ethical financial operations. Lack of accountability. The refusal to take responsibility for one's own actions is a hallmark of individuals lacking in character. Instead of accepting their flaws and mistakes, these individuals often shift the blame to others, thereby avoiding any form of self-examination or acknowledgement of their faults. This behavior not only blocks personal and professional growth by denying the chance to learn from their mistakes, but also corrodes interpersonal relationships. When a person consistently refuses to acknowledge their responsibilities, it creates an environment of distrust and resentment. Colleagues, friends, and family may feel unjustly burdened with blame attributed to them, leading to emotional exhaustion and withdrawal. This pattern of avoiding responsibility is particularly destructive in work environments, where trust and accountability are essential for collective success. Identifying and confronting this lack of accountability is crucial to mitigating its negative impacts. This process can involve establishing clear and direct dialogues, where specific behaviors are discussed and expectations are reaffirmed. Moreover, it is important to create an environment that encourages honesty and personal growth, where mistakes can be admitted and used as learning points. Promoting a culture of personal and professional responsibility helps to build a healthier and more productive setting for everyone. By fostering a mindset of self-critique and continuous learning, individuals and organizations can not only avoid the damages caused by a lack of accountability, but also thrive in a more effective and ethical manner. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation is an insidious strategy often employed by unprincipled individuals to exert control over others. By using tactics that exploit the emotions of others, manipulators create an environment of confusion and emotional dependency, making their victims susceptible and vulnerable. This behavior can vary in its presentation, from subtle insinuations that induce guilt to more aggressive forms like emotional blackmail. Emotional manipulators have a remarkable ability to detect and exploit emotional vulnerabilities. They use this insight to influence and dominate, often justifying their actions as a form of help or under the guise of concern. However, the real aim is always self-benefit, often at the expense of the emotional and psychological well-being of others. The consequences of this manipulation are profound. Victims of emotional manipulators may experience an erosion of their self-esteem and a loss of autonomy, feeling increasingly dependent on the manipulator for validation and direction. This vicious cycle can be extremely difficult to break, especially when the manipulator is a loved one or a figure of authority. It is crucial to learn to recognize the signs of emotional manipulation to protect against these abuses. Indicators such as frequently feeling guilty without apparent reason, having your concerns minimized, or feeling that your emotions are being used against you are red flags. Strengthening self-awareness and emotional boundaries are key to resisting these tactics. Promoting environments where open and honest communication prevails, and where mutual respect is the norm, can help create healthier and more equitable relationships. Becoming aware of these patterns and learning to assert oneself are important steps to protect against emotional exploitation and regain control over one's emotional life. Lack of empathy. Lack of empathy is a striking trait in individuals who lack character, demonstrating a serious deficiency in recognizing and valuing the feelings of others. These people have great difficulty in putting themselves in someone else's shoes, resulting in a lack of genuine concern for the well-being of others. This deficiency is not just an emotional failure, it is a gap that facilitates and often encourages harmful or even cruel behaviors. This inability to empathize allows such individuals to act with cold disregard for the impact of their actions. Without the barrier of compassion to moderate their decisions, they can easily inflict pain and suffering without feeling remorse or consideration. This behavior has devastating effects, not just on the direct victims, but also on the general environment, whether at home, work, or in other social interactions. The toxicity generated by a person's lack of empathy can erode morale and destabilize entire groups, creating an environment where distrust and fear replace collaboration and mutual respect. It is essential to recognize the signs of this lack of empathy to protect oneself and avoid engaging in relationships that may prove destructive. Engaging with people who demonstrate genuine empathetic capacity not only enriches interpersonal relationships, but also strengthens communities. Promoting awareness of the importance of empathy and encouraging practices that develop it can help cultivate healthier and more collaborative environments. This is a vital step in creating spaces where understanding and respect for others' feelings are the norm, not the exception. Recognizing a lack of empathy as a warning sign, we can take proactive steps to protect ourselves and others from its potentially destructive consequences. Do you want to deepen your knowledge and learn more about dealing with difficult people? Access the link in the pinned comment to purchase our complete ebook, which will assist you in various aspects of your life. Exploitation of relationships. People lacking character often view relationships not as an opportunity for genuine connection, but as tools to achieve their own goals. These individuals exploit bonds with others to gain advantages, whether in the form of power, money, or status. This behavior corrupts the core of what should be an interaction based on trust and mutual respect, replacing these values with a relentless pursuit of personal gain. Instead of valuing relationships for their intrinsic meaning and the mutual growth they can provide, these people assess each interaction based on what they can gain from it. Such a calculative approach not only deteriorates the quality of relationships, but also creates an environment of skepticism and mistrust, where others are seen as mere steps to personal advancement. To protect oneself against such manipulations, it is crucial to closely observe how someone treats people around them and how authentic their intentions are in everyday interactions. Noticing inconsistencies between what a person says and what they actually do, or a tendency to engage more deeply when there is something to gain, can indicate an exploitative personality. Promoting awareness of these behaviors and encouraging practices of honesty and respect in relationships are essential steps to create an environment where relationships are valued for their true qualities, not their utilitarian potential. Taking these precautions helps to build and maintain healthier relationships resistant to manipulation, ensuring that bonds are based on genuine respect and reciprocity. If you have recognized any of these signs in situations in your life, hit like and share your experience in the comments below. Your contribution is very important to our community. I hope this video has been helpful for you to identify behaviors of people without character. If you found it informative, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Share with friends and family who might also benefit from this information. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.